I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is Eisenstone Ebenezer Shiraz SR802 from the 2019 vintage, and it's from the Barossa Valley. So the backstory to this wine is Eisenstone is a very new Barossa Valley venture established by a fellow called Stephen Cook, who is also the winemaker, and he makes tiny quantities of Shiraz, each of them from a different sub-district of the Barossa Valley. He makes small amounts of wine from these vineyards. It's pretty hard to get your hands on great grapes in the Barossa these days, but he's been successful in getting his hands on enough to make 2,000 bottles of this particular wine. The name is interesting, Eisenstone. Eisen is a German word which means iron. And of course stone is English, so you've got a marriage of English and German there, which is quite appropriate in the Barossa. Quite often people say that the wines taste a bit ironstony, and I often think they do myself. This particular wine comes from Ebenezer, as I said, in the northern part of the Barossa, and it's actually sourced from a very famous vineyard owned by Adrian Hoffmann. Hoffmann's grapes go into some of the very, very best labels coming out of the Barossa Valley. So let's have a taste. Colour is nice and deep and dark and has a lot of purple in the rim, as you'd expect from a really top Barossa Shiraz, which is only 2 years old. First thing I note when I smell that is chocolate. Chocolate and mocha. There is black fruit there too, there's blackberry. There's spice, there's earthy characters, there's this ironstone thing that I was talking about earlier. It's all there. This is a really complex and rich, powerful aroma. That's very, very impressive. Gosh. It's hard to actually speak after you taste a wine like that. It demands that you sit and think about it for a few seconds at least and enjoy the aftertaste, this massive afterglow that it has that fills your mouth and lingers. The aftertaste goes on and on. There are tannins there, there's plenty of tannin there, but they're not aggressive tannins. They're tannins that will certainly soften in a little while with a few more years of age. And if you have a piece of meat, a piece of steak or a piece of cheese with that, something with protein in it, you wouldn't notice the tannins. They just give the wine the structure, the backbone to carry the flavour of strong food. That is a most impressive wine. I think it's very typical of the northern Barossa. Ebenezer it wouldn't surprise me if you gave me that blind and then told me it was from Ebenezer. How do we rate this wine? We scored it 95, which is a gold medal score, a gold ribbon score. And it was number 6 out of 70 Barossa Shirazes from 2019 that we tasted, which earned it a top rank rating on The Real Review. It's a $75 wine, so you do expect that it's going to be pretty good. So we recommended drinking this from next year, 2022 to 2036. So the food match, what would we serve with this wine? We did ask the winemaker, Stephen Cook, what he would use with this wine, and he said, I find that full-bodied Barossa Shiraz wines are particularly well suited to spicy Indian dishes. The spice and mocha of the oak provides a seamless match for spices such as turmeric, cinnamon and garam masala. A lot of people will find that an unusual recommendation, but it's not to me. I think he's absolutely right. I have taken a really hearty Barossa Shiraz along to my local favourite Indian restaurant many times and had it with quite a spicy dish. I perhaps don't go as far as beef vindaloo. I think that probably you just need beer or nothing to go with that. But moderately spicy Indian dishes go really well with a wine like that. Good health.